Adam Andrzejewski. Adam, great to have you this weekend. Thanks very much for being here. Can you tell us more about this money that these schools took in?
Well, it was $10 million from, quote-unquote, the state of Palestine, and it flowed into institutions like the two Ivy League schools of Brown and Harvard, and then that small state university in Pennsylvania. At Brown, here's what it funded: a first-ever Palestinian professorship within their Middle East Studies Center. They said they picked a moderate, but he had radical ties. Simultaneously, when they appointed him to the chair position, they allowed him to go back to the West Bank to a university near Ramallah, which was a hotbed of radicalism. For example, at this Birzeit University, the #1 largest student group is actually Hamas. Maria, at Harvard, $1.6 million flowed from the state of Palestine, and Harvard won't even disclose what it funded. We asked, they're not telling, but they also have a partnership with this university, and here's just one of the projects that they teach: decolonialization, where they identify power structures in the global north and the global south to reverse those power structures. So, for example, if you don't like the civil unrest on college campuses, get ready for the revolution.
Wow. Well, I mean, obviously, there's not a state of Palestine, so the donors are from somewhere. Who is actually paying for it? Who is the donor behind the quote-unquote state of Palestine?
Well, this is an area that just doesn't reflect our values. So any money, and that's the key question that you ask, but any money coming from this area of the world that's dominated by terrorists just invites more questions. So there's a nonprofit organization located in the West Bank that provided this money to Brown. However, the values in this area, they're not our values. For example, the Palestinian Authority, they're held out to be moderates, but within Palestinian law, they've codified this gruesome practice of pay to slay, where they actually fund pensions to the family members of dead terrorists who killed Jews.
And how are they able to do all of this on so many different universities across the country? Just on Friday, the University of Pennsylvania had arrests. This is ongoing as we speak.
Yeah, these universities are minting these pro-Palestinian, anti-Israel activists on their campuses. And make no mistake, Maria, at openthebooks.com, we have shown that these elite universities, they are more federal contractor today than they are educator. And here's what we mean by that. Taxpayers provide more federal contracts and grants to these universities than what those universities collect from students and parents on tuition. So Congress needs to crack down both on the foreign funding aspects of this and also on the taxpayer-paid subsidies of these universities. Maybe we should be taxing these universities that have these massive endowments rather than subsidizing them.
We'll keep a spotlight on it. Adam Andrzejewski.